Welcome to episode 61 of the Peak Performance Podcast by Brad Young. Today we're stripping away the modern noise, the supplements, the fancy equipment, the complicated protocols, and diving deep into one of history's most formidable fighting forces, the Mongol warriors. These weren't just soldiers, they were peak performers who conquered the largest contiguous empire in human history. Spanning from Eastern Europe to the Pacific Ocean, what made them unstoppable? It wasn't technology or superior numbers. It was their raw, primal approach to training, eating, and living that forged bodies and minds capable of extraordinary endurance, strength, and mental toughness. Today, we're going to reverse engineer their methods and show you exactly how to apply their time tested strategies to transform your own performance. The Mongol Advantage, nature's ultimate performance lab. Picture this: vast steppes stretching endlessly under an unforgiving sky, where survival demanded peak physical and mental performance every single day. The Mongol warriors weren't training in climate controlled gyms, guided by personal trainers, or following Instagram fitness influencers. They were forged by the most demanding trainer of all, nature itself. Every element of their environment pushed them to adapt, grow stronger, and perform at their peak. These warriors were legendary for their ability to ride for days without rest, survive on minimal food, and maintain razor sharp focus in life or death situations. Their bodies weren't built for aesthetics. They were lean, powerful machines designed for endurance and utility. Strength, speed, and agility weren't optional. They were life saving traits. Their minds were equally honed, conditioned by constant adaptation to harsh conditions and the ever present uncertainty of life on the steppe. Combat, survival, and strategy were second nature to them. What's fascinating is that their methods were brutally simple yet incredibly effective. They didn't rely on supplements, fancy equipment, or overly complicated training programs. Instead, their development came from fundamental movement patterns, whole, nutrient dense foods, and an uncompromising lifestyle that pushed them to excel. Hunting, riding, wrestling, archery, and navigating the unpredictable terrain of the steppe all served as their training ground, nature's ultimate performance lab. The Mongol warriors were also known for their remarkable discipline and endurance. They could ride up to 100 miles a day on horseback, often subsisting on dried meat, fermented milk, or whatever food they could carry. Their adaptability allowed them to thrive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth, from freezing winters to scorching deserts. This resilience translated to their battlefield dominance, where they could outmaneuver and outlast their enemies with ease. At its peak, the Mongol Empire covered over 16% of the world's land area, larger than the entire continent of Africa. Their conquests weren't just about brute force, they were a testament to their ability to endure, adapt, and outperform their adversaries. The Mongols weren't just warriors, they were an embodiment of what it means to thrive under pressure, a reminder that simplicity, discipline, and a connection to nature can forge unparalleled strength and resilience. The foundation: movement patterns of the steppes. Before diving into specific training protocols, it's essential to understand the foundation of Mongol fitness. Their physical training wasn't about isolating muscle groups or building mirror muscles for aesthetics. Instead, it focused on functional, full body strength that directly supported survival, combat effectiveness, and daily life in their harsh environment. Every movement had a purpose, and every exercise mimicked real world applications. Horseback mastery. The Mongols were legendary horsemen, spending over 12 hours a day on horseback. This constant riding developed extraordinary core strength, balance, and proprioception, skills essential for maintaining stability on a moving horse. The constant instability acted as a form of natural training, strengthening stabilizer muscles and honing unshakable balance. Riding wasn't leisurely, it was often fast paced, requiring quick reflexes, agility, and endurance. Their bodies adjusted to the dynamic demands of riding, making them incredibly adept at handling physical challenges. Archery excellence. Mongolian warriors wielded powerful composite bows, capable of delivering lethal shots from long distances. Drawing these heavy bows required explosive pulling power, shoulder stability, and precise hand eye coordination. The task became even more impressive when done while riding at full gallop. This combination of dynamic, upper body strength and coordination exceeded what most modern athletes achieve today. Hours of daily practice built not only strength but also precision, reflexes, and the ability to maintain focus under pressure. Wrestling prowess. Wrestling wasn't just a sport for the Mongols, it was a critical component of their training and culture. Wrestling developed full body strength, flexibility, and mental toughness, all of which were crucial for both combat and survival. Matches emphasized superior technique and conditioning, requiring athletes to outlast and dominate their opponents. Unlike modern gym routines that isolate muscles, wrestling trained the entire body as a cohesive unit, integrating power, endurance, and agility. The brilliance of the Mongol approach was its integration. They didn't separate their workouts into isolated sessions for different muscle groups. Instead, their daily activities naturally developed multiple physical qualities: strength, balance, flexibility, and endurance, all while serving practical purposes in their lives. Their training was holistic, functional, and directly applicable to their way of life. Modern Mongol training protocol, the Step Warrior Workout. Now let's translate these ancient methods into a functional training system that works in today's world. This isn't about perfectly replicating their lifestyle. Few of us have access to the steps or spend hours riding horses. Instead, it's about capturing the essence of their training philosophy: efficiency, functionality, and integration. This workout will help you build strength, balance, and endurance, all while channeling the spirit of the Mongol warrior. Morning movement flow. Start your day with a dynamic movement routine that mimics the physical preparation of a Mongol warrior. Spend 10 to 15 minutes performing exercises like deep squats, arm circles, hip circles, spinal rotations, and lunges. These movements warm up the body, improve flexibility, and prepare your joints for the day ahead. Imagine mounting a horse or preparing for battle as you move. It's all about flowing naturally and engaging your entire body. Core stability training. Forget traditional sit-ups. Mongol warriors built their core strength through constant instability, like riding on horseback for hours. You can replicate this by incorporating unstable surface training into your workout. Use balance boards, stability balls, or even single leg stances while performing upper body movements such as presses or rows. This approach targets your deeper stabilizer muscles, improving core strength and balance simultaneously. Pulling power development. Mongols relied heavily on pulling strength for archery, so your workout should include plenty of pulling exercises. Focus on pull ups, rows, and resistance band work to develop your back, shoulders, and arms. Aim for high repetitions with moderate resistance to build both strength and endurance. For an extra challenge, mimic the explosive pulling motion of drawing a bow by incorporating resistance band pulls at different angles. Wrestling style conditioning. To channel the full body strength and endurance of Mongol wrestling, include ground based exercises like bear crawls, grappling movements, and plank variations. These exercises engage multiple muscle groups at once, building power, coordination, and stamina. You can also try partner drills or resistance exercises that mimic the push and pull dynamics of wrestling. The goal is to develop functional strength that translates to real world movements. Optional: outdoor training. Whenever possible, take your workout outdoors. The Mongols trained in the open steppes, adapting to their natural surroundings. Whether it's running on uneven terrain, climbing, or practicing dynamic movements in nature, outdoor training helps build adaptability and mental resilience. By embracing the principles of Mongol fitness, of functional movements, integration, and adaptability, you can build a stronger, more capable body that's ready to take on any challenge. Just like the warriors of the steppes. The weekly Mongol training schedule. Monday, Warrior Foundation. Morning flow, 15 minutes dynamic mobility. Core stability circuit, 20 minutes. Pulling power. 4 sets of pull variations. Ground movement, 10 minutes bear crawls and rolls. Tuesday, endurance hunt. Long, steady movement, 45 to 60 minutes walking, jogging. Breathing exercises, 10 minutes focused breath work. Flexibility flow, 15 minutes deep stretching. Wednesday, combat conditioning. Wrestling style circuits, 30 minutes high intensity. Grip strength training, hanging and carrying exercises. Balance challenges, single leg work, and instability training. The key is consistency over intensity. Mongols trained every day because their lives depended on it, but they varied the stress and recovered actively. This schedule provides the same principle: daily movement with varied intensity and focus. Fueling the Mongol war machine, ancient nutrition wisdom. When we think of the Mongol Empire, we envision fearless warriors, lightning fast horseback raids, and vast territories conquered with precision and speed. But one often overlooked aspect of their success was their diet, a cornerstone of their physical endurance and a mental resilience. What's fascinating is that Mongol warriors reach peak performance on what modern nutritionists might consider a limited diet. However, the reality is quite different. Their food was incredibly nutrient dense, unprocessed, and perfectly tailored to their nomadic, high intensity lifestyle. Their diet revolved around the resources provided by their animals: meat, dairy, and occasionally forage plants. They avoided processed food, sugar crashes, and inflammatory oils, all of which plague modern diets. Instead, their nutrition delivered clean, whole foods that sustained them through grueling campaigns and enabled rapid recovery. Core components of the Mongol diet: fermented dairy. Mare's milk, known as arag, was central to their nutrition. Rich in probiotics, B vitamins, and easily digestible proteins, this fermented dairy drink supported gut health, provided long lasting energy, and was highly portable. Fermented milk products were staples of the Mongol diet because they were durable and nutritious, making them invaluable during long stretches on horseback. Lean game meat. Wild game was another cornerstone of their diet, providing complete proteins, iron, and B vitamins. Unlike modern meat products, this was naturally lean, unprocessed, and perfectly suited for fueling warriors who required strength and stamina. They also made dried meats, like jerky, which were lightweight yet calorie dense, making them perfect for long campaigns. Medicinal and forage plants. Though animal products dominated, Mongols also consumed seasonal herbs and wild plants to complement their nutrition. These plants offered micronutrients, antioxidants, and natural compounds that promoted recovery and strengthened their immune systems, which were critical for maintaining health during demanding campaigns. Preserved and fermented foods. Fermented foods and dried meats were crucial for survival. These preserved resources provided concentrated energy, but they also delivered probiotics and necessary nutrients, ensuring that the warriors stayed strong even during extended campaigns far from fresh food sources. Hydration and natural supplements, the Mongol way. The modern Mongol diet protocol. While few of us will ever ride into battle under the Khan's banner, there's much we can learn from the principles of Mongol nutrition. Obviously, we can't all drink fermented mare's milk or hunt wild game every day, but we can adopt their values of nutrient dense, minimally processed foods that provide consistent energy and support recovery. Modern diets, often filled with processed grains, refined sugars, and industrial oils, promote inflammation and energy crashes, the very issues Mongol warriors avoided. Morning fuel. Modern air ag. Start your day with kefir or Greek yogurt combined with grass fed butter and a pinch of sea salt. This mimics the probiotic rich air ag while providing healthy fats and long lasting energy for your morning. Warrior meat. Incorporate grass fed beef, wild caught salmon, or pastured eggs prepared simply with minimal seasoning. These foods provide essential proteins and fats to keep you fueled. Midday power. Step Strength Bowl. A meal centered around lean protein like lamb, beef, or wild game if available, combined with fermented vegetables and a cup of bone broth. This provides a balance of nutrients and supports digestion. Desert Resilience Snack. a handful of nuts and dried fruit for a quick energy boost during a busy or active day. Evening recovery. Nomad's rest. Indulge in slow cooked stews made with organ meats, root vegetables, and healing herbs like turmeric, ginger, and garlic. This nutrient rich dish promotes recovery and boosts immunity. Fermented finish. End the day with an additional serving of fermented dairy or vegetables, which will help repair your gut and prepare your body for restful sleep. Why this matters. Notice what's missing from the Mongol inspired diet: no processed grains, refined sugars, industrial seed oils, or artificial additives. Their food was naturally anti inflammatory and stabilized blood sugar, principles desperately needed in today's fast paced, highly processed world. The Mongols thrived on nutrient dense foods that provided sustained energy and supported physical endurance, a sharp contrast to modern diets overloaded with quick fix, empty calories. This way of eating emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and natural compounds. It focuses on providing sustained energy throughout the day instead of the highs and crashes caused by refined sugars and heavily processed foods. By incorporating these timeless principles into modern eating habits, anyone can boost their energy, resilience, and overall health, just like the Mongol warriors of the past who relied on their diet to fuel their nomadic lifestyle and battle readiness. Mongols didn't have pre workout powders, protein bars, or recovery drinks, yet they understood hydration and natural performance enhancers better than most modern athletes. Their straightforward approach involved clean water, nourishing broths, and the strategic use of naturally occurring compounds to sustain peak performance. This simplicity was not only effective, but also sustainable, providing them with the strength and resilience needed for their demanding lifestyle. Natural hydration protocol. Morning. Start the day with room temperature. Water mixed with a pinch of natural salt to replenish electrolytes and support hydration after sleep. Training. During physical activity, they drank plain water in small, frequent sips to maintain hydration without overloading the stomach. Recovery. After exertion, nutrient packed bone broth or mineral rich herbal teas helped restore energy and replenish essential nutrients. Evening. Before bed, warm herbal teas promoted relaxation and supported deep, restorative sleep. Step supplements. Fermented foods. Packed with probiotics and B vitamins to aid digestion and boost gut health, fermented foods provided a natural way to strengthen immunity and energy levels. Organ meats. These nutrient dense powerhouses offered concentrated doses of essential micronutrients like iron, zinc, and vitamin A, promoting endurance and overall vitality. Bone broth, a rich source of collagen, amino acids, and minerals. Bone broth supported joint health, muscle repair, and overall recovery. Wild herbs and roots. The Mongols made use of naturally occurring plants loaded with antioxidants to combat inflammation and support their immune systems. Building modern Mongol mental toughness. Mental training. Forging the Mongol mindset. Physical training and nutrition were only part of the equation. What truly set the Mongols apart was their unparalleled mental conditioning. Their ability to remain focused, adaptable, and resilient under extreme pressure gave them a decisive edge over their enemies. This mental toughness wasn't developed through modern meditation apps or structured therapy sessions. Instead, it emerged from their everyday existence, which constantly exposed them to challenge and discomfort. The Mongols' mental training was seamlessly woven into their daily lives. Every day brought its own obstacles: sudden weather changes, attacks from wild animals, navigating unknown terrain, and preparing for combat. These relentless challenges built mental muscles that modern life rarely exercises: grit, situational awareness, and an unshakable confidence born of overcoming adversity time and time again. Discomfort exposure. The Mongols regularly faced physical discomfort: extreme cold, scorching heat, hunger, and fatigue. These experiences hardened their bodies and minds, teaching them to adapt and regulate their emotions in the face of adversity. Unlike today's world where comfort is the default, the Mongols thrive by embracing discomfort as a tool for growth and resilience. Present moment mastery. Survival in the harsh steppe required complete mindfulness. Distraction could mean death, whether from predators, weather, or enemies. This necessity for constant awareness naturally trained their focus and mental clarity, far exceeding the effects of any modern meditation practice. Their survival depended on being fully present, a skill that allowed them to react quickly and effectively in life or death situations. Adaptability training. Life on the steppe was unpredictable. The Mongols constantly dealt with shifting conditions, sudden storms, unsteady terrain, and unexpected attacks. This forced them to develop rapid adaptability and flexible thinking. Mental rigidity simply wasn't an option. Instead, they cultivated an ability to pivot quickly, think strategically, and make decisions under pressure, qualities that made them such effective warriors and leaders. By embracing these timeless principles of nutrition, hydration, and mental conditioning, we can learn from the Mongols and apply their strategies to modern life. Their simple yet effective approach to health, performance, and resilience offers valuable lessons for anyone looking to thrive in today's fast paced, demanding world. We can't replicate the life or death stakes that forge Mongol mental toughness, but we can absolutely apply their principles to develop similar mental resilience and focus. The key is voluntary exposure to manageable discomfort and challenge in controlled environments. Cold exposure protocol. Begin with 30-second cold showers daily, gradually increasing the duration to 2 to 3 minutes over several weeks. Cold exposure helps build stress tolerance and improve circulation and strengthen mental discipline. It activates the body's natural fight or flight response, teaching you how to stay calm and focused under stress while also providing benefits such as improved recovery and boosted immunity. Fasting practice. Incorporate intermittent fasting 2 to 3 times per week to build mental discipline and metabolic flexibility. Start with manageable 12-hour fasts, e.g., from dinner to breakfast, and slowly progress to longer fasting windows of 18 to 24 hours as your body adapts. Fasting trains your body to utilize energy more efficiently, promotes cellular repair processes like autophagy, and strengthens your ability to delay gratification, all valuable tools for resilience and health. Breath control training. Engage in breath holding exercises and rhythmic breathing techniques to cultivate calmness under pressure. Start with 30-second breath holds and slowly increase the duration over time. Combine this with box breathing or other controlled patterns to stimulate focus and relaxation. These practices help regulate your nervous system, reduce stress, and improve oxygen utilization, making it easier to stay composed in high pressure situations. Nature immersion. Spend regular time outdoors in challenging conditions such as heat, cold, rain, or wind. Whether it's hiking, running, or simply walking, immersing yourself in unpredictable environments helps you learn to be comfortable with discomfort. Exposure to nature builds resilience, reduces stress, and enhances your ability to adapt to changing circumstances, all while improving your mental and physical health. Digital detox periods. Schedule regular breaks from screens, notifications, and digital distractions. This could mean dedicating an hour a day, a whole evening, or even an entire weekend to disconnecting. Use this time to focus on mindfulness, creative pursuits, or physical activities. Stepping away from constant stimulation helps build attention span, increases productivity, and teaches you to embrace moments of boredom, essential for developing a calmer, more focused mind. The goal isn't to suffer needlessly, it's to expand your comfort zone systematically and mindfully. These practices allow you to grow stronger, more adaptable, and more prepared to face real challenges with grace, clarity, and effectiveness. By training both mind and body, you're equipping yourself with the mental tools and resilience needed to thrive in an unpredictable world. Sleep and recovery, the Mongol restoration cycle. Mongol warriors understood something modern athletes often overlook. Recovery isn't just a part of training, it is training. Their daily habits naturally prioritize recovery, seamlessly blending it into their lives. They align their sleep patterns with the rise and fall of the sun, experienced stress in short, intense bursts rather than continuous chronic pressure, and incorporated recovery methods into everyday activities instead of treating it as something separate. They lived by nature's rhythms. When it got dark, they slept. When the sun rose, so did they. With no exposure to artificial blue light, no caffeine driven energy crashes, and no accumulation of sleep debt, their bodies operated in harmony with natural cycles. This alignment optimized hormone production, supported tissue repair, and encouraged mental clarity. They didn't need gadgets or supplements to recover. Their lifestyle provided all the tools their bodies needed to recharge. Accidental. Key recovery principles from the Mongols. Consistent sleep wake cycles aligned with natural light. Their bodies followed the sun, ensuring regular and restorative sleep. Physical exhaustion leading to deep sleep. Their active outdoor lifestyle promoted the kind of physical fatigue that fosters truly restorative rest. Acute stress followed by full recovery. Stress was intense but short lived, allowing the body and mind to recover fully before the next challenge. Social connection and storytelling. Time spent sharing stories provided emotional and mental release, helping them process experiences and bond with their community. Exposure to nature. Constant interaction with the natural world helped regulate their nervous systems, reducing tension and enhancing recovery. The modern Mongol recovery protocol. Recreating the recovery habits of Mongols in today's fast paced, tech heavy world takes intention and effort, but the benefits are worth it. The key is designing your environment and routines to signal to your body when it's time to shift from the high energy demands of the day into the restorative state needed for recovery and growth. Consistency is crucial to making these habits automatic and effective. 6 p.m. Transition ritual. Start winding down for the evening. Dim the lights around your home, turn off bright or overhead lighting, and begin transitioning from high intensity work tasks to more relaxing activities. This signals to your body that the active part of your day is over and recovery is beginning. Consider a light walk outside or an activity that doesn't require screens to help you shift gears mentally and physically. 7 p.m. Digital sunset. Reduce screen time to avoid blue light exposure, which disrupts your body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone critical for sleep. Switch devices to red light or night modes if necessary. Use this time to prepare and enjoy an evening meal, prioritizing face to face interactions with family or friends. If alone, try mindful eating or light conversation over the phone to stay socially connected. 8 p.m. Storytelling time. Mongols gathered around fires to share stories, reflect on their day, and connect. Emulate this by engaging in meaningful conversation, journaling about your day, or immersing yourself in a good book. This practice can help process emotions, clear mental clutter, and prepare your mind for restful sleep. Avoid overly stimulating narratives or topics that might increase stress or excitement. 9 p.m. Body preparation. Prepare your body for rest with gentle activities like stretching, yoga, or breathing exercises. These practices help lower your heart rate, relax your muscles, and switch your nervous system from fight or flight mode into rest and digest mode. This is also a great time to meditate or practice gratitude, calming your mind and signaling the end of your day. 10 p.m. Sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be a restful haven. Keep the room cool, dark, and free of distractions. Use natural materials for bedding and avoid electronics entirely. Consider blackout curtains, white noise machines, or an essential oil diffuser with calming scents like lavender to enhance the relaxing atmosphere. The goal is to create an environment that invites deep, uninterrupted sleep. The secret to Mongol level recovery. The magic of the Mongol approach lies in consistency. They didn't have good or bad nights of sleep. Their recovery routines were so deeply ingrained that quality rest came naturally. By aligning with circadian rhythms, avoiding overstimulation, and incorporating social and physical practices that supported recovery, they achieved balance and resilience. In our modern lives, Replicating this level of recovery requires intentionality but can yield profound results. By building these habits into your daily routine, you can create a recovery system that not only helps you recharge but also optimizes your physical and mental performance. Start small, stay consistent, and let the principles of the Mongols guide you toward a healthier, more restorative lifestyle. Putting it all together, your 30-day Mongol transformation. Theory is useless without application. Here's your complete 30-day protocol to experience what it feels like to train, eat, and live like a Mongol warrior. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistent application of proven principles. Week 1, foundation building. Focus on establishing basic routines: morning movement, whole food meals, evening wind down. Eliminate processed foods and establish consistent sleep schedule. Daily 15-minute morning flow. 3 whole food meals with quality protein. 30-second cold shower exposure. 10 p.m. lights out, 6 a.m. wake up. Week 2, intensity addition. Add strength training and extend discomfort practices. Begin intermittent fasting and increase cold exposure duration. 3 times a week, strength training sessions. 16-hour fasting window 3 times a week. 60-second cold showers. 15 minutes daily nature exposure. Week 3, resilience testing. Challenge yourself with longer fasts, outdoor workouts, and extended cold exposure. Add breath control training. 1 24-hour fast. Outdoor training regardless of weather. 90-second cold showers. Daily breath hold practice. Week 4, integration mastery. All systems working together seamlessly. Fine-tune based on your body's responses and prepare for long-term sustainability. Intuitive training based on energy levels. Flexible fasting schedule. 2-minute comfortable cold exposure. Automatic evening routines. Measuring your Mongol transformation. Mongols didn't track their workouts in apps or measure their macros. They measured success by their ability to perform when it mattered. Your transformation should be measurable in real-world improvements, not just gym numbers. Physical markers. Improve stability and balance during daily activities, your increased endurance for sustained effort. Better recovery between intense sessions. Enhanced pulling strength and grip endurance. More efficient movement patterns. Mental markers. Greater comfort with uncertainty and discomfort. Improve focus during challenging tasks. Better emotional regulation under pressure. Increase confidence in your physical capabilities. Enhance problem solving under stress. Strength increase. Average pulling strength improvement in 30 days. Endurance boost. Typical cardiovascular endurance improvement. Stability gain. Balance and proprioception enhancement. Remember, Mongols measured success by survival and conquest. Your measures should be equally practical: how you feel, how you move, how you handle stress, and how you show up in your daily life. Your journey to peak performance begins now. The Mongol warriors conquered the world not because they had superior technology or larger numbers, but because they understood something we've forgotten. True peak performance comes from the harmony of body, mind, and lifestyle working together as one integrated system. Your Mongol legacy. Every day you choose to train like a warrior, eat like a warrior, and live like a warrior, you're tapping into centuries of proven human optimization. You're not just following a fitness program, you're reclaiming your birthright as a peak performer. The path forward. Start tomorrow morning, begin with the sunrise, move your body, feed it real food, challenge your comfort zone. Do this consistently for 30 days, and you'll understand what the Mongols knew. Peak performance isn't complex, it's fundamental. This has been episode 61 of the Peak Performance Podcast. Until next time, train hard, eat clean, and live like the warrior you were born to be. Remember, the empire you're building is yourself. Make it worthy of conquest.